Hey, how's it going? Welcome back to Danny's Toy Box. Well, happy Valentine's Day, everybody, and a belated happy Friday the 13th to those that recognize that as well. My brother was happy. His birthday fell on Friday the 13th this year. Well, if you saw my little short that I made earlier, made Karen a nice steak dinner. And we've been spending most of the day kind of doing spring cleaning and doing an overhaul of the living room, which is about half done. She's fallen into a nice steak coma, so she's out cold. And I'm chilling here, just kind of binging some Y-Files, and realized I haven't made any videos all week other than that little short earlier. Well, it's been a pretty rough week as far as work goes. Once I get home, once I do have some time to sit down and make some videos, I'm just too tired. I'll look out here towards my table and want to, but just don't have the energy. Well, I've got a little bit of both tonight, and I not only wanted to share my recent acquisitions, but show you where they're going. What I'll start off with was, like I said, my brother's birthday was yesterday. It was Monday or Tuesday. I hit Target because he loves Transformers, and occasionally I'll get him a G.I. Joe Classified or a Marvel Legend that he wouldn't normally get for himself, but he's appreciated to have. Well, they didn't have squat for Transformers there, and the only one I thought he might like was about $60, and that was a little more than I wanted to spend that day. I get down by the G.I. Joe Classified, and they had one box with the new Steeler and short fuse in it for $45.99, and I don't know about that. But then I saw they had two of the Desert Scorpions for $26.99. No kidding. I actually had it checked twice. I had it checked on one of their scanners, then I had them check it again because it was at checkout, because it was wanting to charge me the full price. So I had dude run a scan, and sure enough, $26.99 for these guys. And it's funny because I didn't at the time. I paid with my card at the time, and I was like, if I had the extra money, I would take and get the second one as well. Well, as it turned out, I'm not used to carrying cash, but I had the cash on me to get the second one. But that's fine. But yes, now I got two of these guys, and I do have the shelf and the scene begun. And I stress begun because there's ways to go with it yet, which I will get to shortly. Yeah, I've had these two guys set up kind of like this for the last couple of days since I got them, just having them together, and just so I can tell them apart, because this one here my wife got me for Christmas. Got him holding his staff in the right hand, the other guy holding his staff in the left hand. Oh, and something cool I discovered when I was putting the new one together. I don't know if you can see that. There's a divot in the backpack right here that his harpoon gun can fit into. I didn't know that, so I thought I'd share it with everybody else. And him I got on Tuesday. Now Wednesday, this gem arrived. The Cobra Diver from the 2-pack, where it's the Cobra Trooper and the Joe Trooper. And I got offers for both this one and for the Joe Trooper on eBay. And the Joe Trooper was actually a little bit cheaper. I think he was $27 after taxes and shipping and all that stuff. But I'll go over what he comes with. Don't mind this. This is important. This I'm really happy with. It's clearly a remake of the one of the guns that the first Gung Ho they made had. But to me, it represents Cobra technology because, I mean, with that blue, it could be a sonic blast. So, something that can be fired underwater. Anyway, he's got, both of the flippers. I bump the camera as I'm doing this. He's got knife with the sheath. Now, this didn't make a lot of sense to me. He's got copperheads, machete, but I mean, look how that fits on him. He's going to be tripping over that in the water. He's got kind of a generic jetpack, or backpack. It doesn't have the jets that the Cobra eels have. And, of course, the face mask comes off. I've got the white guy head on there right now. Set him aside for a second. I'll show the other goodies he comes with. He's got this head that comes with him. I want to figure out what to use it for and put this on a different character. Not sure what yet. Comes with the same rifle that Torpedo and the Navy SEAL diver came with. That's going to go in their drawer for them. So I don't consider that a Cobra weapon. He's got the spear gun that every diver gets. This was kind of cool. Took me a minute to recognize it. It's the gun from the very first Duke they made from the first classified line. Made like this, it actually makes more sense. The reason I didn't recognize it immediately is because that particular Duke I gave to my brother. So I didn't recognize the gun right away because I haven't seen it in a while. Plus, he comes with one of these. Pretty cool readouts on there. And yeah, he's a pretty cool character. I mean, generic, it's basically Torpedo's body. But I like the tweaks and the color changes that they made. And he's going to actually fit really good into my underwater scene. I've actually put him up in there already to see how he would look. And by the end of the video, you'll be able to see how he looks as well. They can't see him because they're off camera. But I got sitting on the table here, Shipwreck and Copperhead. Now imagine having these guys in the underwater scene, kind of like this. They're going in the drink. Thought that would look pretty cool. And I will show you that shortly. Here's a little something neat that my wife made for me. When I got up this morning, I'm still pretty bleary, still pretty blurry-eyed. Hadn't even put my glasses on yet. And my wife goes, "Here, honey, happy Valentine's Day." And at first I couldn't tell what it was because I'm looking at it like this, looking at it like that. And then I put my glasses on, of course, and I realized it's a heart. And she put this reflective, I'm not sure if it's the reflective paper or the reflective paint on the inside. So just at certain angles, it gives that really cool color. I think this is going to go with my Frost Giant. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's where he's going to go. All right, give me just a sec to take and get these guys set up in their shelves, and I'll show you where they're going. All right, here we go. Now, according to my storyline here, first the diver comes in, and in my own little world, like Evil Dookie says, create your own world. He's more of a scientist than an actual soldier. He's got training and all that, but he's more of a scientist since he doesn't have all the combat gear on. However, he sees guy here getting chomped on and realizing, okay, the problem is right over the piece of the weather dominator. So he's going to come scooting in with that, I don't know what the hell you call it, the machine propelling him along and aiming it right at the eel. And then after releasing his propeller thing into the side of its head, he's got his weapon ready to take a shot at Torpedo, practically point blank range. So let's give a wide shot. It's been a while since we visited this. He's got a spear coming out of his chest. Talk about 3D, huh? Yeah, I'm going to switch these poses up to the next stage of the battle, so to speak. And yeah, I really do like the idea of Shipwreck and Torpedo, Shipwreck and Copperhead come splashing in the water. But yeah, that's where he's going. That's his new home. And now I'll show you what I did with the Desert Scorpions. Alright, and here's what I got going on with the Desert Scorpions. Now this is the second to the top shelf of like where I had my last X-Men display, and it's actually still up there. This is where my Age of Apocalypse X-Men were last. Now this is obviously still a work in progress, and there's quite a few more things I want to do before I start sealing it. And what I mean by sealing it is all these cracks going down the side, the back, and all the way over will get sealed with tape so no sand leaks. And then I stretch tape across the front so nothing leaks out. Same thing I did with my underwater scene. I got these two guys here, and I got a background. However, it's not long enough. So within the next couple of days, I'm going to stop at the pet store, stop at the fish store. So that's actually where I got this background from, and see if they have any more and get the proper measurements of this whole thing so that it's all going to match. The background's going to be the same. And another reason why I'm not changing it yet is because of right below it. I got another shelf here, and this was actually the shelf that was above here. I just didn't want to take all those X-Men off of there. So, oh crap, Wolverine stuff getting bent. So I just swapped them out. So underneath that is where I have the beginnings of my X-Force story. So yeah, that's where I'm at with that right now. This is going to be a lot of fun to do. And, I got the, pardon me, sir. And I got this thing here. Let's match them up with their scorpions. I got this dealie here. Crap. Hope you didn't lose anything. Sorry about that, folks. Technical difficulties. Sorry about that. Looks like you got everything. Well, this is going to be the main piece to it. There's a couple other little bits and pieces that I'll add into it for make it look more like the desert. I got some cactuses, got some rocks. Maybe, I don't know, I might even throw in that piece that I have that's a crashed helicopter, because I have a figure. It was the old McFarlane Spawn is Al Simmons. So it basically just looks like a soldier that's all rotted and a hole in his head and that kind of stuff. That would be a good one to put in here. And I think tomorrow too, I'm gonna, if I have the chance to, I'm gonna pick up a few more bags of sand from the dollar store, because I'm gonna need a bit besides just covering all of this. Whoop. Sorry about that. The handle just bent. Besides covering all of this, the effect I want to do for having these guys when they pop out of the sand on Dusty and Snake Eyes. And that's going to look pretty cool. I'm going to wait until I have it done, and then I'll explain how I did it. And like I said, it's pretty simple. Well, folks, that's what I've got for now. Hope you enjoyed the show. Hope you like the new additions and the beginnings of the new scenes. Hope each and every one of you has had a great weekend. Have a great holiday. Make sure to give your sweetie some love. I sure did for mine. What better way to say I love you than big old T-bone steak? Well, there's many other ways besides that, but that's good for a start as far as I'm concerned. Well, all right, folks, I'm going to cut it short here. Maybe do some more a little bit later on. Not sure how much longer I'm staying up. Or I might do some tomorrow. Either way, hope you guys are having a good night. And I will talk to you soon. Stay creative, stay kind. Take care.